Hello, I'm Citrus, and thank you for all of your support. Several of you have asked me for an update video on Mr. Scissors, so here it is. The footage that you're looking at here is from this last Thursday, right before his appointment, and for roughly this whole week leading up to the appointment, he's been drooling a lot, and because of that, it's been running down his face and everything, and he keeps licking himself. We've been trying our best to keep him dry and make sure his fur stays clean, but obviously for, 6, 7 hours of the day we're asleep and he just basically gets to do whatever he wants. And a lot of his fur has sort of like clumped together and matted and it's fallen off. So it's not very good. You can see the skin is pretty red and kind of inflamed. So on Saturday, we took him to his appointment. The doctor took us in pretty quick, and he was under anesthesia, and they do the usual thing where they open his mouth, check his teeth, and fix anything that needs fixing. And it turns out this time the problem was a loose tooth, this time in the front upper molars. The top portion of it basically cracked, and it didn't fall off all the way, but it was just sort of hanging in there. So they took that out, they cleaned him up, and they said that he should be okay. They think the roots on the right side of his face should be okay, unlike the left side where they basically completely rotted and were horrible. So it should grow back. And they said that his mouth has completely healed from the abscesses that he had before. So he doesn't need any more antibiotics or anything, which means I don't have to inject him with penicillin anymore every day. So that's really good. This is the first time in the last 8 or 9 months or so that after the appointment, the doctor or the nurse didn't give us a day to come back specifically about this issue, which hopefully means that he is off the hook, and that's really good news. So all we're doing now is making sure that he's comfortable, eating okay, and that the removed tooth, like where the gap is, where the front tooth is not there for the moment, isn't going to cause him any real discomfort, and we'll see where things go from there. So thank you guys so much for supporting me and buying the stuff from me so that I can basically pay for this stuff for Mr. Scissors. The fundraiser, I guess if you can call it that, has been a huge success. Just about everything is gone now, but there's still some things left. And I decided to add a couple more things. So the first thing is this, which is the Master Grade camphor. And I know this one is always a really popular one, even though it's a little bit old. And I think probably one of the biggest buying points for this are the copious amounts of weapons. You get 2 bazookas, 2 shotguns, which are pretty rare because to my knowledge, no other Master comes with these. So that's a pretty cool thing to add to your UC collection. And of course, despite its age, it's also quite well reviewed. Like all of these thrusters, the yellow parts inside of them are actual separate pieces. So you're not just like going in there and having to paint them and all. Except for the one on the foot, I believe. All the other ones are properly color separated. And there's most of an internal frame in there, so that's pretty cool. And then the next one seems a little bit of like deja vu, but it's a full armor unicorn Burka. And so first of all, this is not the premium decal version, because this is a box that I got from somebody else, because I like the Burka artwork more. But if you've been on my channel for a little while, you'll know that this is actually the red Psycho Frame version. And the major difference is that the Psycho Frame is red instead of green. And you can normally get these parts from any other OVA unicorn. But the important thing that you wouldn't get anywhere else is this. This is the X plate, which has the red Psycho Frame parts for the extra shield and the beam javelin. So while you could just do a normal color swap from like the green full armor Gundam into red for just the body, you would never be able to do it for the weapons unless you had the X plate. So this is something that's a little bit rare, and also kind of special because so the crappy plastic from the original red Psycho Frame unicorn. I actually replaced that, so all the parts in here are from the original green frames full armor that I had all the way back in 2011. So you know the casting quality is going to be a lot better, the plastic is going to be nice and has a little bit of give to it, so not super brittle. And the frame, of course, is gray ABS instead of gunmetal, if that's something that you particularly care about. Not to mention, I kept all of the original decals from the full armor unicorn, Burka, so a bunch more markings than you would get with the red Psycho frame version. And just like before, for all the prices and availability of all my stuff, you can check out the spreadsheet in the description below. And for any orders, inquiries, questions, what have you, you can email me right here. So that's all for this. Thank you all very much for all of your support and watching my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Joy to the world.